All right, so we've looked at the roster, Mosse. Let's look at the coach, and obviously this is a very relevant topic right now. And again, no new news relative to the craziness and the drama that has happened over the week with Gregg Berhalter and Claudia Reyna and Danielle Reyna and all that. But at some point, somebody is going to coach this in a full-time capacity. And Graham over there on Twitter had asked me, who would you pick to be the next U.S. men's national team manager if it were up to you? And look, there's so many options out there. And so, I thought about this for a little bit, not for very long, when Graham asked me this, and I fired off. I said, Peter Vermes. I got a lot of time for Peter Vermes, and I think he is in a sweet spot, if you will, of having the experience, the ups and downs of coaching, and the time spent within American soccer that I do think, despite some people's protestations, is actually a benefit and is of value. But he's also 58 years old, so he's still young enough, I think, to be able to do some different things. He has shown at Kansas City that he can do more with less. Spend 5 minutes alone with Peter Vermes, and I think you will come out of it a better and more educated person when it comes to the game of soccer and maybe even life. Is he perfect? Absolutely not. He also has a experience and understanding with a holistic type of approach, and in totality, what needs to happen for a team to function. He comes from youth soccer. He comes from, at times, being the GM, so recognizing that there are impacts and important issues that are beyond the field, and then ultimately on the field, like I said, with what he has done. This isn't me saying that he has to be the coach, or that another American coach or that another foreign coach wouldn't be a good choice or wouldn't be as good. But, Graham asked me, and this is what popped into my head. And I think that he is a leader of human beings. And in this case, I think he would be, in specific to 2026 also, I think it would be an interesting choice to lead this team over the next 3.5 years into what arguably is going to be the most important World Cup, certainly in my lifetime, and an incredible opportunity. And keep in mind, you are all of your experiences. And Peter Vermes, while he played in the 90 World Cup, he was left off of the roster in 1994 when the U.S. hosted the World Cup. And for him to lead this team back to a U.S.-hosted World Cup, I think that he would appreciate that. He would recognize the opportunity. And I think that he would do things that would make us proud, ultimately. And again, this is just an opinion as of, what are we looking at? 4:10 on Wednesday, January 11th. I might get up tomorrow and think something different, but I've always had a lot of time for Peter Vermes. And as I said, he's not without flaws, as we all are, and he has made mistakes over the years, as all coaches do. He has no international experience, and I was being a little facetious today on Twitter when I said, "Oh, but wait, he's from New Jersey, and he has friends and connections with American soccer, and he's from the American soccer ecosystem, and he played with Ernie Stewart, and I'm sure he doesn't have a Rolodex because nobody has a Rolodex, but in his phone, he's got plenty of names and numbers from people in the American soccer community. So automatically, for a lot of people, that disqualifies him, because evidently we're trying to find somebody that has no connection at all, not just to American soccer, but to soccer, period. You like that clip? Well, my State of the Union podcast drops every week. Subscribe now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. You like that clip? Well, my State of the Union podcast drops twice a week right here on my very own YouTube page. The only way to stay up to date is to hit that subscribe button down below. Size the day, and see you soon.